Hi, beautiful souls. So at this point of the fight, we have just entered step 4 of our Snap Out of Suicide and Depression series, and you would have taken a bath by now, and you should be feeling actually a little bit better. You should actually be feeling quite a bit better at this stage. So now, what we're going to do is we're going to use this little bit of a beta movement to actually start dealing with some of those issues that stuck you here in the first place. And once again, we're going to go back and we're going to take a look at the suicide note that you wrote in the very first part of this. And from that suicide note, we've now already established that there are people who crossed your boundaries. And I'm sure that for some of you, you also found that you needed to say to yourself, I will no longer allow this in my life for certain issues. Well, hand in hand with that goes forgiveness, because yes, you can stop the future things from happening, but first you have to also forgive the things that have taken place in the past. Now, how we're going to do this is I'd like you to take your suicide note, and from that note, please pause the video, go through, and on a separate piece of paper, list every person that you need to forgive and what you need to forgive them for. On a second piece of paper, I would like you to go and list all the situations where you need to make amends or achieve remorse or get forgiveness from somebody. On a third separate piece of paper, I want you to make a list of instances in which you were a bystander and you allowed something to happen that you could have stopped had you spoken up. I then want you on a fourth piece of paper to make a list of all the people in your life who stood by and watched while things happened to you and did nothing to stop it. So, by now, if you paused the video and did as you were told, you should have 4 lists. And those lists are situations where you have either been a victim, perpetrator, or bystander. But these 4 lists should quite effectively cover most of the range of the forgiveness issues that you've actually got in your life. Now, forgiveness is in the realm of miracles, and forgiveness is a lot easier than what you think. How complicated this is going to be and how long it takes to work through is purely going to depend on how much you hold on to it. So you could, for example, take all 4 pieces of paper and write cancelled on them with red permanent marker and write cancelled all over them, and then you could say one Ho'oponopono forgiveness statement, which would be, I'm sorry, I love you, I forgive you, please forgive me, for the entire group of stuff. And then you could set it on fire or tear it up or flush it down the toilet or anything like that to get rid of it. Or you can go through one by one and you can work with the Ho'oponopono statement and go, I'm sorry, I love you, I forgive you, please forgive me, person by person. If you feel like it needs a massive release or you need to apply special attention to certain forgiveness issues, then what you do is you take that issue and you write it on a piece of paper in front of you so that there's just that issue on a piece of paper, and you look at it and you maybe put down photos of the people who are involved in that. If you've got photos of them, and Facebook's great for that, you can find photos of people, and then you keep looking at all of that and you keep saying, I'm sorry, I love you, I forgive you, please forgive me, even if you don't mean it, and you just keep repeating it. Sometimes for like half an hour, and you just keep going, and at a point you are going to feel an energetic change. That's one way of handling it. The other would be to go the A Course in Miracles route and hand this to the Holy Spirit. So again, you can do the whole group in one go, you can do it page by page, or you can do it incident by incident, and you can say, Holy Spirit, I do not know how to release this. I will never know how to release this. It is beyond my abilities to be able to release this. I do know that I trust you. Holy Spirit, please choose for peace and forgiveness for me. Please choose for peace and forgiveness for my brother. Please choose for peace for us both, so that we may walk in the love of God complete once again. You could also sometimes I just say, Holy Spirit, please choose for peace and forgiveness for me. And then I leave it at that. It's the trust and the intention that you put into the process that's going to allow the Holy Spirit to do the work. And you will drop your barriers and you will allow that to let go. Forgiveness releases you, it doesn't release the other person. And there's a beautiful line in the Course in Miracles which really sums it up. And if you go with this quote, you will carry it all the way to the end of your spiritual journey. And that line is, forgiveness recognizes that what you thought your brother did to you has not occurred. Forgiveness creates a collapse in time that means that future incidents or future karma will not have to take place in order to redress the imbalances and wrongs of a situation. Forgiveness frees everybody. But sometimes, even with all this understanding and these forgiveness tools that I've given you and the various ways to approach it, you just frigging still can't get there. It's frustrating when that happens. So I'm going to throw in one bonus extra process here. And that process is called reality shifting. And what you're going to need for that process is a chair, a sturdy chair that can take your weight fully if you stand on it. And if you've got it, photographs of the people involved, maybe on a tablet or on a laptop or on your mobile device or something like that. Okay. So what you're going to do is if you've got a person that you just can't break through and find the forgiveness release from, what you do is you put the chair in front of you, right? And you stand in front of it. If you've got a photo, you can take a photo and you can hold it up so that it's in front of you, so that their faces, for example, looking down on you, so that you get the feeling of this person standing on the chair in front of you, looking down on you. And then I want you to feel how uncomfortable that feels. Then step back and shake it off. Then reverse positions. And I want you to step up on the chair and either using the photo or just imagining the person, look down on them. And then I want you to notice that that feels equally as uncomfortable. All right, so step down, shake it off, let it go. Now, take the photo, put it up at eye level. Or imagine the person standing in front of you. If you've got a very close friend or family member that can help you, let them proxy or pretend to be the person for you, okay? And then look this person dead in the eyes. You can even do this with me now. Look me dead in the eyes as I say to you, I accept you as my equal. And then you say it back to me. Thank you for accepting me as your equal. So that's what you do. You imagine this person in front of you, I accept you as my equal. You see them saying to you, I accept you as my equal. If you're very body conscious, if your audio is good on this, you would have heard that as I said, I accept you as my equal, my tummy lit off a huge bubbling sound, okay? That was actually a release. My accepting you sitting there right now as my equal energetically created an energetic release in me that put us on an equal level. All right. So if you cannot find forgiveness, run the reality shifting process, then come back to the forgiveness processes. I don't imagine you're necessarily going to get through all of this unless you decide to do it in big lots, because most people come up with a lot of stuff the first time they do this. So it might take you a while. You might find that this is something you want to do ongoing over the next while. The next video, while it will be better if you have had done the bulk of this exercise, it is not dependent on you having had done this exercise. If the forgiveness is still too difficult for you to imagine, then please try using step 5, the welcoming statement, next, and then try going back to the forgiveness afterwards. I look forward to seeing you for step 5. Thank you for still being here, beautiful soul. You are doing well. We are getting out of this hole. There's some exciting stuff coming up. Look forward to seeing you for the next one.